said, we've been preparing them for months. It's up to them. I said, what'll he do? He said, he'll go knock on doors, find somebody who will let him sleep in a room somewhere, and then tomorrow he'll look around for a room to rent. And he'll find one. And then he'll find out who the mayor is, and he'll go introduce himself. And I said, wow. I said, I don't know that I could survive that. He said, yeah, he'll do all right. That was my introduction to the community development kind of approach. So when Dave Danielson approached us, he said, the Peace Corps has hired me to help them try to develop a different approach than this, because their track record with this is quite variable. Some people, of course, do spectacularly well, and when they leave, there are all sorts of new projects in a village, and everybody's happy and all that. He said most sort of muddle along, get a few things done, and some flame out spectacularly, but said the long-term impact of that, with somebody being there for a couple of years and then going, is pretty slim. So we're looking for something, think maybe we can be more effective if we can be more organized. So a TB control program in a country where tuberculosis was the major killer of adults, where over half of people are infected, and maybe 4 to 5% are infectious, actually have active disease. The others are just infected and carrying it. To make a real contribution if you could change that. So he asked if we'd like to be part of it, and Ron and I looked at each other and we said, well, we learned how to treat TB. We went to good medical schools. I mean, he went to Columbia, I went to Case Western Reserve, or Western Reserve at the time. He said, sure, why not? God, were we naive. We were so naive. Because then as we began to talk to Dave about this, we understood that we knew hardly anything about the epidemiology of tuberculosis. Certainly we didn't know anything about the epidemiology of tuberculosis in Bolivia, in a developing country where medical facilities were few and far between and iffy at best, when they did exist. So that began a serious education for the two of us. We looked at each other, talked to Dave about what he wanted to do and what he was hoping we would do. And I remember us sitting down one evening, looking at each other and said, quite frankly, we're in deep shit.
We're going to hold here.
Mm-hmm.
And Ardith,